Good day, dear students. Today's lecture is devoted to the influence of family factors on the educational situation. This topic occupies an important place in pedagogical analysis, since the learning process cannot be understood in isolation from the child's social and family environment. Educational success is shaped not only by school instruction, but also by the conditions in which the learner develops, communicates, and forms attitudes towards study. For this reason, the family must be regarded as one of the key factors affecting both academic performance and personal development. The goal of this lecture is to examine how family factors influence the educational process and to analyze the significance of interaction between school and family for students' success. Particular attention is given to methods of involving parents in educational practice. Among the main objectives are the following: to explain how different aspects of family background affect learning outcomes, to develop students' understanding of how to interact with parents in the context of pedagogical activity, and to consider practical strategies through which the family may be more actively involved in the learning process. These aims reflect the broader principle that effective education requires cooperation between the school and the home. The family environment plays a decisive role in students' academic success. It is within the family that children first acquire attitudes toward learning, communication patterns, and forms of behavior that later influence their participation in school life. Family influence may be constructive or, on the contrary, may create difficulties that affect educational progress. The home environment is therefore not merely a background condition. It is an active context in which motivation, discipline, confidence, and attitudes toward achievement are formed. From a pedagogical point of view, this means that many school difficulties have roots that extend beyond the classroom itself. Several key family factors are identified on this slide. The first is socioeconomic status, since families with greater resources are often able to provide broader educational opportunities and support. The second is emotional support, which has a direct effect on students' motivation, confidence, and academic engagement. Another significant factor is family conflict. A stressful domestic environment may weaken concentration, increase emotional tension, and create learning difficulties. Finally, parental involvement is of particular importance. When parents take an active interest in education, students usually demonstrate stronger academic results and greater responsibility in learning. These factors show that educational achievement is closely connected with the wider conditions of family life. A supportive and caring family environment creates favorable conditions for learning. When parents show genuine interest in their child's education, assist with homework, and encourage academic effort, students tend to feel more confident and motivated. Positive communication within the family, emotional stability, and consistent living conditions also contribute to stronger concentration and healthier self esteem. In addition, when parents express clear expectations and attach value to education, children are more likely to develop responsibility, persistence, and effective study habits. In this sense, the positive influence of the family extends beyond academic outcomes and supports the learner's broader personal development. An unfavorable family environment may have the opposite effect. Lack of parental involvement, ongoing conflict at home, or weak communication within the family often lead to reduced motivation and academic difficulty. Economic hardship may limit access to educational resources, while excessive parental pressure can produce anxiety and lower performance. Other factors, such as inconsistency in rules, neglect, or absence of encouragement, may weaken discipline, self-confidence, and interest in school. These circumstances demonstrate that educational problems cannot always be explained by school factors alone. In many cases, the roots of academic underachievement are connected with instability or tension in the home environment. Educators play a central role in establishing cooperation between school and family. Such cooperation is essential for supporting students more effectively and for responding to their needs in a timely manner. One of the main aspects of this work is communication with parents, including regular discussion of students' achievements and difficulties through meetings, telephone calls, email, or other forms of contact. Another important direction is supporting families in crisis situations. Teachers may be required to assist parents when behavioral difficulties, emotional problems, or other serious concerns affect the child's educational experience. Thus, the role of the educator extends beyond instruction and includes partnership, guidance, and mediation between the school and the family. A practical example of school-family cooperation is the organization of regular parent-teacher meetings in which student progress and learning difficulties are discussed. It is equally important to create stable channels of communication, such as electronic diaries or messaging platforms, in order to maintain contact on a continuing basis. Regular communication with parents is important because it helps identify problems at an early stage and creates a partnership between the family and the school. Such partnership strengthens the support system surrounding the student and contributes to more effective educational development. In pedagogical terms, communication is not simply an exchange of information, it is a condition of coordinated educational influence. Parental involvement is one of the important conditions for improving students' academic achievement and motivation. Several strategies may be used to strengthen such involvement. These include meetings and conferences where student progress and learning difficulties are discussed, providing information through which parents are guided in supporting learning at home, participation in school events, which strengthens the link between family and school life, and parent committees, which create opportunities for parents to contribute to school organization and initiatives. These strategies are effective because they transform parents from passive observers into active participants in the educational process. As a result, the learner receives more consistent support from both home and school. The example given here concerns a parent-teacher meeting in which educators offer recommendations on how to improve homework performance and support learning more effectively at home. This illustrates the practical value of cooperation with parents in everyday pedagogical work. The question posed on the slide is highly significant. How can involving parents impact students' academic achievements? The answer lies in the fact that parental participation creates a sense of support and shared responsibility. When students feel that their learning is valued both at school and at home, they are generally more motivated, more disciplined, and more willing to develop their academic abilities. In conclusion, it should be emphasized that the family environment has a substantial influence on students' academic performance and behavior. Socioeconomic conditions, emotional support, and parental involvement are among the most significant factors shaping educational outcomes. Effective communication between educators and parents helps to identify learning difficulties, resolve emerging problems, and provide students with more consistent support. Parents therefore play a vital role not only in academic success, but also in the learner's personal development. From a pedagogical perspective, meaningful cooperation between family and school is one of the foundations of successful education. Thank you for your attention. I hope this lecture has clarified the importance of family factors in the educational situation and has shown why cooperation between educators and parents is essential for students' successful development.